Let's just get to it. To the next case. No, the next case, the courtroom section. Anyways, yes, the courtroom. Time for the trial. It's the first trial of the case. And you see there's gonna be more. A lot more. Just give me a second. Sorry, my throat sounds funny, I don't know why. I'm drinking lots of water. I'm going to be. Alright. Alright, it's time for the trial. I don't think I'll be doing much voice stuff here. Jeez. Just take deep breaths and relax. Hi, Tyrion. Yeah, Celeste. Don't sneak up on me like that. Why are you so nervous? It's not as if this is your first time defending someone. I can't help it. There's something about this building that just fills me with anxiety. It's too bad Ruby couldn't make it. I'll say that you should calm down for Wallace's sake, but there's so many people here, and they're all staring at me. Their eyes are prying into me like a pack of flesh-eating maggots. Gross. Don't worry, Wallace. Our investigation revealed a lot of weaknesses in the prosecution's case. We have a strong case for your acquittal. Whatever. I can speak other words. They and I go way back. Oh. Okay. See? You can be calming when you want to be. It's strange. Sometimes something is calming about Wallace's anxiety. It's like he just absorbed the attention out of you and into himself. Ugh. Sorry. Whoa! Court is now in session for the trial of Wallace's Nightgrave. Sorry. Is this gonna be the coughing live stream? I just have a sore throat. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready. Very well, let's begin the proceeding. Prosecutor Steelwind, could you please list the charges? The defendant is a student at the Wyvernguard's Imperial Academy. Mr. Nightgrave is charged with first-degree murder, negligent misuse of the arcane arts, and illegal practice of the advanced necromancy. Necromancy? Do you mean to tell me that the defendant is a necromancer? I can't believe it! A necromancer in this day of age? How can the kingdom let this happen? Your Honor, I'd like to remind the court that they should view my client objectively. Of course, but one can see it from the list of charges. Necromancy plays a large role in the charges. Indeed, the crime occurred within the academy this morning. The victim is Catherine Bellwether, a professor at the school. Although there were no witnesses, traces of necromancy were detected on the body. Furthermore, the autopsy report shows that the body has no physical wounds. I see. Okay, I already know what's gonna happen. But what I do want to wonder is who the killer is and what will still accuse Mr. Nightgrave to still be accused, even after this trial is over. It would be annoying if it's just like, you know, not revealed during the case, or in the trial, because like, you know, we investigated it. Surely we would have to present all that to court. It's the obvious route, and I'm sure something is going to be twisted. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do some renovation in the channel soon. No one is listening, so I'm just gonna say it. In Parkour Civilization, no one goes for the beef. I see. Necromancies are the only type of magic that can harm an individual without physically wounding them. Additionally, the alchemist shows reports shows no sign of poison or disease. Sorry for the cough. Therefore, one can only conclude that a necromancer had committed the crime. As many of you know, necromancy is held under high scrutiny by the Crown. Aside from the defendant, no other student were permitted to learn advanced necrotic magic. As such, the defendant was the only mage in that building capable of committing the murder. I see, that is certainly compelling evidence. To properly present our case, the prosecution would like to call Commander Warren White to the stand. Commander White, please testify to the court about the Inquisition's findings. Yeah. Whoa! The testimony begins. It started when the city got... Sorry. It started when the Siege Watch got a call from the Imperial Academy. Someone was attacked and the whole building was put on lockdown. We set up a perimeter around the area and waited for the lockdown system to deactivate. When we finally got into the building, the prosecutor personally inspected the body and detected traces of of necromancy on it. There were no cuts or bruises on the body either. The body was clean. With those two pieces of evidence, we conclude that it could only be the necromancer kid that did it. Strange, what about the alibi? I sure we'll quickly get to that. The Christian's testimony is just as you expected. Here he found and identified the holes and still wins his case. All you have to do is find that hole in the commander's testimony. Oh, I thought that was gonna be more. Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination. Anyways, let's press every statement as usual. What time did this call come in? A little after 3 PM. It was a few minutes after the murder was discovered. Right, you remember that was around the time the lockdown occurred. Copy and... Okay, what? Oh, okay. How secure was this perimeter? Is it possible that someone slipped past you? The Christian was working in conjunction with the City Watch and the King's Guard. With that many people at the scene, it's very unlikely that anyone escaped unnoticed. True, for better or worse, the kingdom will act quickly to protect a building filled with nobles. Why did the prosecutor inspect the body instead of the Christian? Well, how I conducted the investigation is irrelevant to the proceeding. Fair enough. Or would you like to... No. You're definitely incompetent at least. You don't question her competency. It's still a bizarre decision on her part. While the court admits that the prosecutor's actions are. We see no reason to question the prosecutor's abilities. Thank you, Your Honor. The body was clean. How carefully was the body checked? Perhaps the prosecution knew something? To coroner couldn't even find the smallest cut, bruises, or fractures on the body. Furthermore, the alchemist's report shows no signs of poison or diseases. The coroner were actually astounded at how unscathed the body was. That makes sense. If someone used men wounds on the body, it would have killed even the most minor of injuries. The question is, how do you prove that? And the prosecutors believe that my client used necrotic blight. Yep, it's the only way that the crime scene makes any sense. What? I've never heard of this such spell before. It's a spell that drains the life force from its target. When used on a living human, it makes their bodily function cease, instantly killing them. I see. What a horrible spell. That child should have never been allowed to learn something like that. What were they thinking? Having that spell is not doing Wallace any favors. We already investigated the crime scene, so we know that the Inquisition's theory contradicts one of the clues that we found. Right, all I have to do is present that contradiction to the court. Alright, which one is it again?
Objection!
Oh, that's not it. Alright, has to be something here.
Objection!
That's not it either? Ah, fact. Alright.
Objection!
Here we go. Commander White, it appears that you're neglecting to mention one key detail of the crime scene. Yeah, and what's that? During your testimony, you said that the entire body was clean. Oh, fuck, I forgot about the thumbnail. How long? 15 minutes. Okay, that's not too long. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. Wow, no, it's here. Whoopsie daisy. Hey, people who are watching this from the future. Don't assume I was smart back then if I have gone dumber somehow. Or if I have gone smarter, this is how dumb I was. However, the body was certainly not clean. At the scene of the crime, there was a large pool of blood located where the body was. This blood came from the victim's body, and it was definitely not clean like the commander testified. I'm sorry, Mr. Churchbird, but I fail to see the significance of this. I like to remind the court of the prosecution's case against my client. They're accusing him of murdering the victim using necrotic blight, a spell which would not have physically wounded the victim. So why was there any blood at all? Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The fact still stands, there were no wounds on the bodies, nor were there any reported poison or disease on the autopsy. There was certainly a magical element in this case. But Catherine Bellwether was bleeding profusely at that point. How else would there be a bloodstain on the body? Do you have an explanation for that, Mrs. Stillwin? No, I'll admit that the prosecution doesn't have an explanation for that. Words are my thing. And while I do find the circumstances questionable, all other evidence clearly pointed to the defendant. If the victim wasn't killed with necromancy, why was there a trace of it on the body? I'm glad you asked. I like to present a spell that could have left a trace of necromancy on the body. Man wounds? Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that a healing spell? That's correct, Your Honor. Spells from the school of necromancy can control forces of death and life. Man wounds is in fact a necromancy spell. Really now? I wasn't aware of this. Now, I'd like the court to consider the following. What would happen if Bellwether was wounded and someone attempted to heal her using men wounds? All of her wounds would disappear from her body. Wait, is it because of the illusion magic that something is going to happen? Like it's still going to be a kid because of the illusion? We'll have to see. I see.
Objection!
Alright, here we go. Do you honestly think I'm that incompetent, Mr. Judgment? Frankly, I'm a little insulted. What? The Inquisition is very well aware of what happens when a mage attempts to save a victim using men wounds. The healers had arrived at the scene already confirmed that the victim was long dead. None of them attempted to heal her. But what if someone tried to heal her and didn't report it? Please, none of the healers would have anything to gain by doing so. In fact, as a necromancer, the defendant could have easily carried out the described scenario. He could have casted men wounds on the victim after murdering her to confound the investigation. At the end of the day, the burden of the proof is on you. That's stupid. But if you could find out who healed the body, this case is yours. And whoever this healer is, Valtania definitely knows her. Your Honor, I'll admit, I don't have any evidence to support my theory. However, I do believe that we can bring it to light. There may have been two people that have witnessed someone cast magic on the body. Valtina and Valerie Lanus, the sisters who discovered the body. This is nonsense. We already questioned those two witnesses extensively. If they had witnessed something like that, it would have come up in their testimony. If that's true, then you would have nothing to lose by hearing their testimonies. Very well, if you're so confident, let's hear the witness's testimony. It seems that the prosecution has no objections. However, if this line of questioning leads nowhere, I will see no reason to further prolong this trial. Do you understand, Mr. Tushburn? Of course, Your Honor. Oh crap, is that guy from before? Is he the necromancer's lawyer? She's just got on the stand, she's just already stressed out. This could work in your favor. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. My name? Witness, there's no need to be so nervous. We really want to hear about what you saw on the day of the murder. Right. It's just that guy over there, You mean Mr. Tushburn? Did this man harass you, witness? Wait a minute. Yeah. He super harassed me. How shameful. I would expect a member of our justice system to behave more professionally. Oh, shut up. Anyways, please state your name and occupation for the court, Mr. Enos. Just calm down, you can't prove anything. My name is Valentina Enos. I'm a member of the kitchen staff at the Wyvern Imperial Academy. As I recall, you were one of the witnesses who discovered the body. Apparently, the funds finds your involvement suspect. Ha ha ha. Rest assured, Mr. Enos. In this courtroom, you'll be protected from Mr. Cuthbert's harassment. Now please testify to the court of what happened that day. Yeah. Let's do this. I was walking with my sister in the West Wing when we noticed something in a nearby classroom. We went over to see what it was. That's when we saw Miss Bellwether bleeding on the ground. My sister tried her best to help her, but the professor had already lost a lot of blood. While my sister did that, I used an emergency communication device to call for help. But it was too late. By the time her bleeding stopped, she already lost too much blood. Wait, what? I think I already see the blood holes. What? Anyways. Oh, I forgot to read. Whatever. I'll just, is it? If your theory is true, that means she's just lying in her testimony. She's definitely holding something back. Her sister is the one, the necromancer. She definitely saw more than she's letting on. You just need to prove that somehow. Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Once again, I'm pressing every statement. Where were you two coming from? We came from the kitchen. We were taking a break after the lunch rush. The cafeteria is on the west side of the academy. It's believable that will be on that side of the building. What did you see in the classroom, Miss Enos? I don't know how else I'm supposed to say it. Enos? I just realized I've been saying it like that. Oh no. Anyone from the future watching this, I'm so sorry. How do I pronounce it anyways? Enos? Enos. Yeah, whatever. Did you notice anything else strange in the lecture hall? Oh, there was that terrible smell. It was awful. I was gonna see how much I was tearing up. But other than that, I was mostly focused on the professor. It makes sense. It would be hard to notice anything else. You tried to help her? Miss Enos, how exactly did your sister try to help Miss Bellwether? What? Oh, I slipped up! Oh, my sister used first aid to stop the bleeding. I see. Could you please add that detail to your testimony? Yeah, sure. Your sister knows how to use a first aid kit? Yeah, it was covered on our training when we first started working. With all the gnomes around, I guess the headmaster wanted to make sure we were prepared. A device? It's an atypical whatever device that allows for long-range communication. Some of those devices are placed around the school for use during an emergency. I see. So who did you contact? I wasn't sure, honestly. I could hear a lot of people talking on the other end. That particular device broadcasts to the headmaster's office and the City Watch barracks. I imagine that's why this headmaster was able to activate the lockdown so quickly. I see. But it was too late. By the time her bleeding stopped, she already lost Sure, he lost too much blood. I see. That must have been a difficult experience for both of you. It was especially hard on my sister. I think she blames herself for not being able to save her. We didn't like Professor Bellwether, but we still didn't want her to die. She seemed sincere when she said that. I don't see any dissonant thoughts through the eye either. Honestly, it just makes a lot of sense. It's hard to figure out which part she might be lying about. There has to be a contradiction here somewhere. His theory is that she saw someone use memories of Bellwether. You should focus on that statement, that because how they both interacted with her. Anyways,
Objection!
objection. Witness, what is the meaning of this? What are you looking at me like that? Maybe I can elaborate, Miss Enos. You weren't present in the gallery earlier, were you? I don't know, I'm just gonna check, reread something, just to make sure. No, I was waiting in the lobby. Lady Stillwind told me to wait there. Well, I suppose I should consider myself lucky. You see, Miss Enos, one key element of the case is that the body didn't have any wounds on it. Yeah, so? So please explain to the court, Miss Enos. How did Valerie apply first aid when there shouldn't have been any wounds on the body? What? Oh no! Oh no! I slipped up! I saw that wound on her. What happened? There's clearly something amiss here, but I'm afraid I don't fully understand the implication of this. Are you accusing the witness of committing perjury, Miss Churchman? When someone lies, they stay as close to the truth as possible while changing minutes detail. In her thoughts, Valentina said that she was sure she saw a wound on Bellwether. And she also mentioned that Valerie was the one that tried to save the professor. If she didn't try to save Bellwether with first aid, could she have used magic instead? Her sister could be the major that you're looking for. The witness was lying, Your Honor, but not about everything. Valerie Enos did try to save the victim's life by dressing her wounds, but she didn't use first aid. She used magic. Oh, no! He found us out?
Objection!
I'm sorry, Miss Churchbird, but your theory is completely flawed. How so, Miss Stillwind? Well, it's quite simple. We already verified that neither of the sisters are mages. What? Wait, how can you be so sure? Huh, that does kind of make sense. Yeah, it does also make sense, yeah. During the investigation, we had both the Enos sisters attuned to a spell compendium words. Also, welcome to the chat. Sorry I'm late and such. As being tired and such. I'm so sorry. This is from yesterday. And my throat is a little funny as well, just saying you know beforehand. So again, apologies for that. It's standard procedures for the Inquisitions when interviewing witnesses. Honestly, her arguments that make sense, but then what happened? Then that means that's correct. None of the Enos sisters could attune to a conduit. Haha, that's right. The Inquisitions checked us both, huh? Neither of us are mages. just the thought coming up is just funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna play through this run. Probably that's it. Oh, I don't know, maybe more. Damn it. Were you wrong about Valerie being a mage then? No, that can't be right. Yeah, what is up with that then? Suspect. As Todd said, you found us out. That means you were on the right track. Valerie has to be the mage you're looking for. Celeste, is it possible for a mage to hold a spell conjuring and avoid attuning to it? So basically, like, yeah, able to try to prove, like, you know, that the spell was, like, you know, heal wound and such, rather than, you know, being, alright, let me just go to the, oh, fuck. Oh, alright, whatever, I'll just go through the transcript. So anyways, yeah, like, this spell being used on the body. And, what else? And, you know, trying to figure out, like, you know, who the mage is that done the spell. Excuse me. That sneeze. Alright, I didn't even sneeze. Hey, whatever. When I was arrested. Oh, wait, hold on. Going to the transcript because I accidentally skipped a few. No, it just needs to be on that person. When I was arrested, the Christian also made me attuned to one of the spell conjuring. They were really careful to make sure I did the attunement correctly. There's no way a mage could avoid attuning to a conjurer with them watching you. Right, Commander White, maybe Nicholas sometimes, but even he isn't that careless. Now, if you're done, I do believe you exhausted all your options. Wait, I'm still not done cross-examining this witness. What could you possibly hope to glean from her testimony? Excuse me. Valentina should be stressed out enough to see more of her thoughts. But I can't exactly say that you're planning to read her mind. Yeah, of course you wouldn't want to give that away. There's one key element of her testimony that the court is overlooking. I have a right as an attorney to to complete my cross-examination. Your Honor, the defense is clearly trying to buy time. I might be compelled to agree with you. However, I'll also admit there are some elements of the witness testimony that are quite peculiar. Allow the defense to perform one more cross-examination. That was close. But no, this is your last chance, Mr. Churchburn. Seeing this is no, like, you know, system, like health system, whatever you call it, penalty system. I'm actually not gonna worry that much. If you produce nothing substantial, I'll pass my verdict. I was saying, do you think these kind of games are better with the penalty system, or do you prefer, like, just not having a penalty system at all? Put it in the comments, or, you know, I mean, there's one person here. You can just comment in chat. Yeah, chat, go chat. Of course, Your Honor. Chat should be like the new they, you know, like referring to multiple people. No, no, maybe not now. Maybe in the future, sure, but not now. Alright, it's all or nothing. If you can't find anything by reading her mind, the whole case is finished. Yeah, it does. Sure, you can say it's a little waste of time-ish, but at the same time, it's like, makes it more interesting. Like, you know, like, just like the whole, like, you know, having to, you know, object to one particular case, or, you know, just, you know, at least adding the stress factor. Anyway, I'm doing continue on. If you can't find anything by reading her mind, this whole case is finished. Witness, please give your testimony once more. Okay, damn it. How long does he plan to keep me up here? Let's read her mind. Like I said, my sister and I saw Miss Bellwether playing on the ground. We rushed over to her. I was definitely surprised when I saw her like that. Now that you mention it, I don't know if I saw any wounds on her, but I definitely saw blood. I can't go back on that. I can't go back on that now. I just need to play dumb. My sister tried to save her, but she didn't use any magic. Ah, Valerie, you're too kind-hearted for your own good. Neither of us. It's kind of like the health system in Danganronpa. Yeah, like that. Neither of us is a mage. Both of us held that book the Knights gave us. I was caught off guard when they asked us. They almost found us. The commander was watching us the whole time. He can confirm it. It's a good thing that we're twins, or else that trick wouldn't have worked. What are we gonna do? They have pretty hard proof that Valley isn't the mage. Valley is the mage we're looking for. I'm sure of it. I'm just not sure how they feel the need to lie to the Inquisition. And more importantly, how did they trick the Inquisition? Epic mode. Oh! Alright, this is new. Alright, I'm just gonna do all the objection first before hold on, which one do I have to do? Oh, okay, the last one. It sounds like you're just backtracking on your previous statement. I am not! Would you do a Danganronpa stream? I already know what the stories are like in the game, so it's like kinda hard for me to just go back into it. That it's kind of like I don't know. I mean, I haven't played Danganronpa S. Is that on Steam? I don't know. I haven't played that yet. Even then, it's like, what's the point of playing through it? I just assumed she was wounded because of all the blood. I was supposed to know that someone closed her wounds. Her thought implies that she's lying, but her logic is sound. You need to look at her other statements and the thoughts that accompany them. Oh, excuse me. If Valerie wasn't the one who's closed her wounds, how did she try to help her? I don't know. She might have been looking for an open wound to apply first aid to. Danganronpa S doesn't have good reviews, they say it's average. Ah, okay. But yeah, like I said, I don't really see the point of replaying the games, honestly. When I could be, you know, playing some other games that I haven't played yet. You know, like this one and Raincoat. What else? I could bring up a lot of games. Let me just go through my Steam library real quick. Okay, I have two mates in there, but you know, like, you know, I'm still playing like Bloons Tower Defense 6. What else? Duck Life 9. The Batman Arcane games. Fellow, I still have to finish that. Also, you know, when I complete the Ace Attorney series. I do have Danganronpa on my Steam, but you know, like I said, what's the? Don't see a reason. Wait, where is it? I can't see. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, all 4 games. I can show you after the stream that I do have it. Oh wait, I have Call of the Lamb. Oh yeah, I do have Call to the Lamb. I forgot. Let me just double check if it's actually in my library. Yeah, it is in my library. You know, like I said, I do have a lot of games for me to play, and you know, some upcoming games too. Like, gonna be playing Sonic X Shadow Generations. I just want to be single season 1. Like, yeah, that's finally coming out, but it's only like a part of it. But that should be fine. And other games too, you know. So many games for me to play. I'm not gonna be streaming all the games, obviously. But, you know, I'll be... oh, excuse me. Playing a lot, but, you know, I also want to focus on other things, like, you know, my studies, my personal project, you know, games or animation. You know, I have a life too, you know. I want to hang out with friends and do some cool stuff. My life doesn't evolve around games 24/7. Anyways, let me just continue on now. She might have been looking for an open wound to apply first aid to, but we assume that you're telling the truth, there wouldn't be any wounds to find. My client would have already closed them to confound the investigation. I'm telling you, I don't know! It's hard to work with her pleading ignorance of what happened. Maybe we should try looking at the thoughts for other statements. No, okay, yeah. I assume that this book was an untuned spell conjurum? Yes, the Inquisition has a mandate of them. It's a standard procedure to have witnesses attuned to them. But doesn't the kingdom require that mages register? Why don't you just cross-reference those records with the witnesses' names? For whatever reasons, many mages among the common folks dislike the concept of registering trading. As a result, many of them choose to hide their power illegally. So yeah, it's like lots of games to play, studies, work, job hunting, you know, having a life, you know, trying to find schedules to, you know, hang out with friends, just doing anything. I just want to do something cool, you know, fun with people. So anyways, did you pull some kind of trick to deceive the Inquisition? You're just gonna say that. Oh, of course not. We know that lying to Inquisitions would get us in trouble. Why would either of us take a risk like that? Living as an unregistered mage is a serious crime. If Valley was a mage, then you would have been charged with fraud right then and then. Yeah, but we already proved that neither of us are mages. The eye seems to differ. Think through this. This isn't like a normal cross-examination. Nearly all of her thoughts would be suspicious and contrary to her testimony. What you need to do is find the thought that gives you a thread to pull on. In this case, you need to find the thought that implies how the twins tricked the commander. Find the thought that holds that clue and interpret it to proceed. Alright, so interpret.
Objection!
Let's see what happens.
Objection!
Is it going to be the same thing here? Okay, yeah. Oops.
Objection!
I can just keep doing this kind of thing. Yeah, I think this penalty health, whatever system does work for these kind of games. Anyways, obviously it's this one. It's like yeah, no, duh.
Objection!
And there we go. Excuse me. Miss Enos, you're just gonna say that you're using your thought, can read minds. I'm sorry, but that's it. You could have just said like, I have a feeling. Or why would you say that? Yeah, my thoughts. But no, like I can read your thoughts or something like that. Your thoughts betrays you. What? You found the thought. They must have done something about what? Must have happened when Commander White was interrogating them. Owen was the one who collected their statements. Did he know anything off about the behavior? From what he said, they had a few quirks, but nothing too suspicious. Quirks? You told me they were running and spinning around him during questioning. What does that mean? I had no idea. Perhaps I was still on the edge of to find a co-worker among them. Running and spinning. I thought also saying it was a good thing that we're twins. Alright. That should be easy. 12 places with. Of course, they switch places. Valentina attuned to the first spell conjurum. Then she pretended to be Valerie to attune to the second one. Given I couldn't tell the difference between them. Miss Enos, there's something I want to confirm. During the investigation, both you and Valerie attuned to a spell conjurum. Am I correct? Yeah, that night watched us do it. And how did he have you do this? Did you both attune to those conjurum at the same time? Or did you attune one after another? What? No wait, does he know what we did? I failed to see how that makes any difference, Mr. Cuthbert. Yes, I agree. The spell conjuring would have worked regardless of what order they went in. You may not be aware of this, Your Honor, but Valentina and Enos are identical twins. Which means their physical appearance are nearly identical to each other. If Commander White didn't attune at the same time, what would stop the twins from switching places with each other?
Objection!
This is clearly nothing but basic conjecture. One would have failed at such a basic task. Really, Persecutor still win? Do you find it hard to believe that Commander White would fail at a task like this? Wait a minute, this is crazy! We didn't trick the Inquisition! My sister and I are not mages! Then prove it, Miss Enos. Bring in your sister and we'll have you attune to 2 spell conjuring at the same time. No, wait! Or in the court. It's clear that we won't get anywhere unless we test this defense's theory. Balif, escort Valerie Enos to the stand. Bring 2 tone spell conjurums. Epic. They both had their hands on those conjurings for the last 10 minutes. There's no way they can fake it in front of this many people. Alright, it's the moment of truth. I can only hope that your theory is correct. No, did he seriously? What is it, Prosecutor Steelwind? What do you see? What I see is Commander White seeking new employment in the near future. It appears that the defense was correct. Valentina Enos isn't a mage, but Valerie Enos is. What's more, Valerie Enos' conjurum contains the Mend Wound spell, which makes the defense theory entirely plausible. Please, just allow me to explain. We should allow to explain what exactly? You're an unregistered mage. You and your sister may fool out of all of us with your perjury. How would you know what it's like that you still win? What? Did you think we didn't notice your name? You're not like us. You don't have to hide. Whatever. This whole situation had gotten out of hand. I didn't think hiding it would cause so much trouble. And I won't let someone go to prison because of me, even if he is a necromancer. Please, let me testify about what I saw. I'll tell you what really happened that day. Very well. But understand there will be repercussions for your actions, witness. Yes, I know. My sister and I were walking in the hallway from the kitchen to the foyer. Then I suddenly spotted the professor lying in a pool of blood in a nearby classroom. Valentina used a communication device to call for help while I tried to save her. I saw that she was bleeding, so I cast Mend Wounds on her to close her wounds. But it was too late. I closed the hole in the stomach, but she was already dead. There was a hole in the stomach? Your Honor, as you can clearly see from the witness's testimony, the trace of the necromancy was left by the witness, not my client. What's more, it's clear that there was a physical wound on the body. I see. Well, his wells trails off. He said he doesn't want to pacify it when there's no clear culprit, but he has no choice. The case against Wells is predictated on Bellwether being killed by necromancy. With Valerie's testimony, the prosecution doesn't have a shred of evidence implicating him. Okay, something's gonna happen here. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but at this moment, you know, it all seems too easy. Suspiciously so. Very well. The court sees no reason to prolong this trial. With these new developments, the court has no choice but to find Wall's Nightgrave not excuse me. Not excuse me. Not
Objection!
there we go. I believe the court is ignoring one key detail of the witness's testimony. And what would that be, Miss Stillwell? Let's re-examine the witness's testimony. She used a communication device when I tried to save her. I saw that she was bleeding, so I cast Mend Wound on her to close her wounds. It was too late. I closed the hole in her stomach, but she was already dead. Communication device that Valentina used logs the time of day during each use. From this log, we know that Valentina used it at 3 or 4 p.m. This was an hour after the time of death. Where are you going with this? There was a witness who saw the victim before the body was found, Jan Huge. He, along with another witness, spotted Bellwether walking in the hallway before the body was found. I was cleaning the holes, Bellwether knocked over a vase, there was shards of dirt everywhere. It was probably 20 to 30 minutes before the twins found the body. 20 to 30 minutes before the body was found. Do you see the discrepancy, Mr. Churchbird? Wait, that can't be right. Bellwether died more than an hour before the body was found? So how did Jen see her half an hour after her death? I wonder, Mr. Churchbird, how could one make a dead body move and walk around. No, you can't mean there was more than one piece of evidence. Oh! I didn't realize. Oh! That's. I didn't even realize. There was more than one piece of evidence that pointed to a necromancer committing the crime. The defense murdered the victim and used necromancy to animate her corpse. An undead grave within the Imperial Academy? It's gonna be the fucking illusion magic. Zombie magic? Whoa! But it's okay, oh, hold on. Yeah, illusion magic. What? Hello? Is anyone gonna explain this? Also, yeah, but yeah, that was actually a pretty good plot twist. I didn't even realize. Oh, whatever word. That's ridiculous. She had a hole in her stomach when the twins found her. Jen Huge would have noticed that. Animate. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Animate corpse stops the flow. Gosh damn it. Stops the flow of blood, so she wouldn't have tracked blood anywhere. Oh wait, he is? The defendant is also proficient with illusion magic. He could have easily used an illusion spell to hide the undead brother's wounds. Wait, does he know? Hold on. Yeah. Right. Well, wow, I just overlooked that entirely. Anyways. But another party could easily use illusion magic. Okay, but doesn't explain that other part. You know, who used necromancy? Dumbass. Mr. Wynn, if your theory is true, it means that the murder occurred elsewhere. Would the Inquisitions happen to know where? Regrettably, we do not. Then the prosecution case against my client is still faulty. I can't convict my client without any more evidence. I agree with Mr. Churchburn. With these new developments, the court sees it fit to suspend the trial for the time being. We'll give law enforcement time to investigate these unknowns. Court proceedings for this case will resume tomorrow morning. Court is adjourned. Hey, are you feeling okay? My body's seen moving around an hour after death. It clearly wasn't bellwether, or at the very least she wasn't alive when this happened. So what was it? Tyrion? There's illusion magic involved, that has to be. So which spell was it? Could it have been illusionary with this guy? We're gonna learn a new spell. Tyrion! Ah, what? You've been quiet since the trial ended. You were making me worried. Sorry, I was just thinking about what Stillwind said. You mean about her theory? It's a little creepy when you think about it. Do you really think someone turned the professor into an undead? I don't think so. The prosecution case is hinged on one clear fact. That was the only high-level necromancer nearby. We have to assume that he's the only person capable of using that type of how was she walking around? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It's a given that Wallace didn't touch the boy, so we can discount the use of high-level necromancy. No matter what, someone used an illusion. But aren't there spells that can create freestanding illusion, not just disguises? I honestly don't know. We'll need to talk to someone who knows about that type of magic. Wait, didn't Ares say that she was studying illusion magic? She may be able to tell us something like that is possible? Is that really a good idea? What do you mean? Oh, she was the one who created the illusion. What? You're detecting fear from her again. Stas, are you scared of Ares? What? No! I saw her this morning too. You always get really scared when she's around. Oh, I thought I was doing a better job of hiding it. I mean, you were. It's just like, he can kind of read your emotions. You know what? Don't worry about it. Sorry, it's not based on anything real, but for years I've been working as a mercenary. When you do that kind of work, you build up an instinct to sense danger. You kind of have to if you want to stay alive. Sorry, I never knew. Tyrion, I fought literal monsters and barely escaped my life. But when I'm near Ares, none of those creatures come even close. I get this feeling like it's like I'm in front of a predator that I couldn't even ever hope to meet. Every instinct I have tells me to run whenever she closes by. Really? But she doesn't seem that dangerous. I know. I think maybe I'm just anxious or something. Considering the dreams, she is pretty suspicious. Very suspicious. Just check out the last stream. Oh yeah, speaking of streams, look at the first 15 minutes of the stream. I forgot to take out the thumbnail art during the stream, and it's like, oh shit, I left it on. Anyways, I should know better than anyone not to judge people by their appearances. Sorry, forget I said anything. If you think we should talk to her, then we should do that. You're not one to discount Celeste's instincts. She's always been reliable, and if Ares is making her scared, that must mean something. But if Ares really is that dangerous, then that's all the more reason to talk to her. But aside from that, there was something else that the prosecutor said. Mr. Churchburn, there was a witness who saw the victim before the body was found, Jan Hugh. He, along with another witness, spotted bellwethers walking in the hallways. Oh, okay, 1 second. My screen has gone out. Just one out of two. I'm using two. It's back. She said along with another witness. That means there was another witness that saw Bellwether walking around. Right, Jan probably isn't the most reliable witness, so talking to that other person might help us figure out what happened. But do you think Dylan would tell us who that witness was? At this point, we won't lose anything by trying. In any case, it looks like you have your work cut out for you. So where should you start first? Yeah, it's safe here. I'm just gonna go a little further into the investigation. Maybe stop at some point, but then, you know... Cemetery? Tyrion, what are we doing here? I'm not sure. For some reason, you feel drawn to this place. Is that Eris? Celeste points further into the cemetery. There you see Eris standing in front of a gravestone. She's placing flowers on it and appears to be chanting a short prayer. Well, we found her. We should probably talk to her later. It would be rude to disrupt her now. As you're about to leave, Eris turns to face you. She's far away, but you can see her beckoning you over. Oh, hello there. Were you two looking for me? Sorry, we were looking for you. But we understand if you'd rather talk later. No, I was just finishing up here. Do you have something you wanted to talk to me about? Well, my throat just got dry all of a sudden, like just in an instant. Anyways, well, we want to ask you some questions about the case. Oh? Trial. That was my first time watching a court trial. You're truly remarkable. Thank you. Were you in the gallery? I've always enjoyed watching physical battles in the theater. But I see now that battles of wits can just be as entertaining to watch. Entertaining? Yeah, I know what you mean. I see the odds are stacked against him. But then he pulls out this crazy deduction and steers the trial in his favor. I've never really thought of it like that. I always like battle of wits stuff, you know? Like, Death Note. I was gonna say another anime, but I think that's actually a spoiler, actually. Believe it or not. Oh yeah, and Love is War. I never really thought of it like that. But I'm sure it's far more entertaining to be the one making the deductions. I'm not really sure what you mean. Yeah, it's fun. Does she break the fourth wall? Is that gonna be her thing? I practice law so that I can help those persecuted by the justice system. I don't really do it to entertain myself. But is that really true? Oh! What the hell was that? Okay, she's not the killer of this case, surely. But she's definitely gonna be, like, connected to the main plot, like at the very least has some kind of connection to the villain, the final boss. Like, there's no other way. Anyways, did you find the experience, even though they've been entertaining, Tyrion? I wouldn't really put it that way. You're far too modest. You save people from the clutches of death. To your clients, you may as well be a knight in shining armor. Right. Illusion magic. Earlier you said that you were studying illusion magic. I am. Did you want to ask me about the prosecution's theory? Yes, actually. How did you know? It was easy to guess after seeing you in the courthouse. Anyways, disguising an undead with an illusion is definitely possible. And as they still said, illusionary disguise would be the best spell to use for that. What if someone created a freestanding illusion? Freestanding illusion? Yeah, we know that walls didn't animate in disguise the professor's corpse. So what if the illusion wasn't disguising anything? Maybe someone created a freestanding illusion while they're walking around? For something like that, one would probably use major illusion. Also, I just realized, how would the illusion work if, you know, the vase being broken? I guess that's the reason why the animated corpse, you know, in quotation marks, did that in the first place, you know, knock over the vase and such, to make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm real, alright, ha ha ha. I'm sure we'll figure out eventually, once we get more information. So let me think about this. Can't even go this way, alright. Illusion magic. Ah, I'm sure we're gonna see that come to play. Even though Jan didn't say anything to her, she yelled at him to be quiet. That is definitely more suspicious than this. Somehow. How? Be quiet. Is this the major plot twist here? Or like, you know, not a major plot twist, but you know, one of the big clues. It's just standing right here. To be fair, I didn't miss like another portion. But to be fair, that didn't exactly say anything about the time, did it? Are there any differences besides their facial expressions? No, lighting doesn't count. But anyways, whatever. Something like that one would probably use major illusion. Creates a 3D illusion. The illusion can take the form of any object or creature that can be contained in a 10-feet cube. While concentrating, the caster can animate and move the image to a different location within range. The illusion is purely visual and can't be physically touched. Major illusion has been added to your notes. Oh, we'll have to figure this part out. After that, she knocks over a vase and shatters it. Let's see if I can figure this out before the turnabout comes. Probably not this straight, but you know. Major illusion. I don't think major illusion is what we're looking for. Do you remember what Jan said? While slaying a mess in the hallways, Belle would have knocked over a vase and there was shards and dirt everywhere. If Belle were that Jan saw was a major illusion, then she couldn't have. Yeah, he actually did notice that. Knocked over that vase. I was going to say, like, is he gonna miss that entirely? But no, he actually did mention, huh? And to be fair, they didn't exactly put the time in the testimony. Oh wait, I mean technically, okay, fuck it. Forget what I said. I'm just a dummy, little dumbo. I'm lonely. Illusion created by that smell doesn't have any mass. I see, how perceptive of you. Are there any other illusion magic that do have masses? No, illusion can only recreate visual and auditory sensations. But there isn't a single illusion spell that someone can touch. That means someone disguised something to make it look like Bellwether? Why the look of suspicion, Celeste? Sorry, I wasn't. Calm down, I'm only joking. I don't blame you for considering every possibility. In fact, I'm flattered you think I'm capable of pulling off such an elaborate ruse. Anyways, this does tell us one important thing. What's that? The bellwether that Jan saw had a physical mass to it. It wasn't a freestanding illusion, it was someone or something disguised as bellwether. Yep, about what I suspected. Greystone. It's quite a shame, isn't it? Eris looks pensively at the gravestone. The name on the stone says Emily Grant, and her lifetime appears to be awfully short. She must have been only 12 years old when she died. Sorry for interrupting you. Was she someone you knew? Not personally, I'm actually here on Wallace's behalf. Wallace knew her? Wallace has joined the academy as a part. Oh, is this part of the prologue? We're finally getting the story on the prologue. Finally, Wallace has joined the academy as part of a program run by the headmaster Redmond. At the time, the headmaster was reaching out to mages among the common folk. He had started a program to admit these mages to the academy without having to pay tuition. Both Emily and Wallace were among those mages. Wow, that must have been an amazing opportunity for them. The truth is, neither of them actually care about learning magic. The real problem was that Emily had a terminal illness. She and Wallace were poor orphans, and they obviously didn't have the resources to treat it. But if they enrolled in the academy would be obliged to give her medical treatment. The Imperial Academy teaches the best mages in the kingdom. They thought that curing a witness would be an easy task for the Academy's healers. But they were mistaken, I'm afraid. I'm sure you know this by now, but healing spells can only treat wounds. They can't cure illnesses. Emily's conditions only got worse over the years, and eventually she succumbed to her illness. Wallace was furious. He didn't understand why the kingdom was outlawing magic that could save lives, and that's why he decided to learn it himself. Yes, the headmaster was inspired by Wallace's resolves. He gave him access to the Academy's forbidden tomes of necromancy, and Wallace taught himself the spells that he knows today. So that's why. It was supposed to say a secret between him and the headmaster. What happened? Alright, sure. I'm sure you know how that turned out. Any more dialogue from you? No. What? I mean, to be fair, she's always suspicious, so saying that doesn't really change anything. It's not even hiding it anymore. Alright, sure. I kinda wanna... Is there a way they can, like, get rid of the text for a minute? Because, you know, that actually looks like a cool sprite. Okay, whatever. I'll just... I mean... No. No. Alright. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, anything else I should... I can... Alright, Catherine Bellwether wasn't the best person. She constantly used her authority to belittle and torment people. I'm sure the world is better off without her in it. That's extremely blunt, Eris. But I can't exactly disagree with her. I have no interest in respecting those in power who are unworthy of it. You know what, that's fair. Nope. Nothing here. You were with the headmaster in his office earlier. Were you two... I don't know how to say words, damn it. Acquaintances, that's it. In a way, yes, you could say that. They say that I'm a patron of his. I mainly interested in why he would go so far as to include the common folk in the academy. His generosity is clearly a vice sometime. What do you mean? Enrolling common folk mages into the academy was already a controversial move. I mean, yeah, considering Bellwether's behavior, yeah. But teaching one of them necromancy, even if Lois is accredited, I don't see things getting easier for him. That is a good point. I think I'm going to start going to another area now. Goodbye, very suspicious femcell looking girl. I mean, like, one second you look like a femcell and then the next you look like a fucking super villain. Anyway, it's probably just unnecessary dialogue, blah blah blah. I didn't read. In library. The library? Oh, it's you, Mr. Cuthbert. Still in? What are you doing here? After what happened at the trial yesterday, I said it would be best to start my investigation here. Right. Lois was in the library for the entire morning. So it would make sense that she starts searching here. Actually, since I have you here, have you seen Ares Element? I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Anywhere? It's my understanding that you both are acquainted with each other. Ares, what do you want with her? It's not for anything serious, mind you. It's just that oath of a commander lost her spell conjurer. Now we need her to proceed to produce another one of her records. Of our records. If you see her, please let her know that we'd like to speak to her. We saw her earlier in the graveyard nearby. Whatever, cemetery. But I have no idea where she is now. Once again, I have to compensate for that idiot's mistake. Anyways, I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the case. Very well. I suppose I still need to honor our deal from earlier.
Preparing Arcanum.
Oh, there's nothing here. Interesting. there's some new dialogue. Shit. Blah blah blah. What is gonna get all these said? But is that why I can't make the construct say things? The construct speaks using Professor Spellweather's voice. Okay, that I forgot about that. The constructs, right? That's gonna be important. Unfortunately, that was an open invitation for too many of the students. A lot of them ordered the constructs to speak several obscenities using her voice. But why is Headmaster Redmond the only person allowed to set the voice lines? There was also rumors that several facility members partook in these frames. Sorry, my throat is a little funny. Yeah, I can't blame them for wanting to let off some steam. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna go through everything. The library is full of books for educational purposes. It's too bad they don't have any fictional books. Were you looking for a novel to read? Yeah, I was hoping they'll have some mystery novels I could read. You like mystery novels? Of course, why do you think I like this job so much? I've never been a fan of the mystery genre. What? But your whole career is about solving mysteries. Exactly, it's exhausting. When I read a novel, I just want to read about simple fantasy stories and classic heroes. That's real life in your universe. I guess that makes sense. What about you, Steelman? I don't really have time for such things. It's interesting that we get some dialogue with her like this in the second case, actually. Like, yeah, it does happen like in other games too, but you know, it's usually like third case kind of thing. At least, like, starts in the third case. Even in the first Ace Attorney game, like, even though we don't actually interact with Miles in the investigation, we do at least, you know, have some interaction with him. You know, with some funny dialogue and just, you know, compared to case 2. Anyways, moving on. Globe. To go over the whale, it's amazing how many people I've been to most of these places. You should come with me next time, Tyrion. Isn't traveling through the border heavily restricted? So basically it's like, you know, the same dialogues but areas thrown in. Can't seem to I definitely can't speak today. Oh, don't worry, I won't report you. I can't exactly blame you for wanting to leave. Huh. Can't wait to see what that's about. Is that everything? I mean, there's a table at that, alright. I don't think I could handle studying here day after day. No new dialogue. It's holy text from the Church of Bahamut. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Oops. Oosh. I wasn't even laughing. That was not intentional, I promise you. I read some of these with errors earlier. I've been meaning to ask, do you guys worship dragons in Gun? I've never been the religious type. I've seen some devout worshippers in the capital. It's the most prominent religion here. The Scale Lord Rahathalion is said to be the source of all arcane magic. It's no wonder that he's such a huge part of our culture. I guess that's everything here. Seems like it. One more time? Yeah, nothing here. Any leads? Have you had any luck finding the scene of the crime? Unfortunately, I haven't. When the witness's testimony, we have a rough idea of the route Bellwether took. But now even if we checked, have any signs of a struggle. Why are you so sure that a struggle happened? I'm mainly basing that off the Anna's sister's testimonies. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. Valley in particular knows that the bleeding came from a wound in her stomach. Regrettably, The body wounds were mended, so we can't determine what kind of weapon the murderer used. During the trial, you mentioned that another witness saw Bellwether walking around yesterday. Would you be willing to tell us who that person is? I'm sorry, but I can't tell you that. You caught a little off guard. You've been pretty transparent with your investigation so far. What's changed? I have no obligation to justify myself to you. Nor do I have an obligation to help the opposition. Didn't we have a deal? Hiding information doesn't exactly seem fair to us. I believe I've given you plenty of information already. So regardless of what I said earlier, the answer is still no. Her family is dangerous. Oh, okay. Aha! We can read through her mind. Yeah. Anyways, Dive Horus catches a stray thoughts from her. Her family is dangerous? What does that mean? I mean, first off, like, okay, let me explain to you, Tyrion. First off, her means that the killer is probably it's definitely a girl. And she's coming from a noble family that's like, you know, very high, dangerous, whatever. Does that explain to you, Tyrion? You dumbass? It says something about this. It says something about this witness's family that you're worried about. No, this could be a feint. I'm sorry, but you have to try harder than that if you want to bluff me. She referred to the witness as her. Furthermore, she said that her family is dangerous. Why would she go to such lengths to hide the witness's identity? In any case, it looks like she's not willing to share any more at the moment. Maybe you should try looking elsewhere. You always have a habit of compounding my investigation, Mr. Cuthbert. I doubt it's my presence that's doing that. I can't take everything at face value with these things. Clearly. I'm glad to see you on the list. Alright, that was not my cold, I was just choking a piece of cat lolly. Anyways, I'm fine. I'm fine. Let me just drink something real quick. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm glad to see you under less dire circumstances, Mr. McCoy. Oh fuck, I pressed the wrong button. Are you accompanying Mr. Cuthbert on his investigation? Yeah, I'm working as Tyron's bodyguard now. I see. Well, you certainly have the credence for it. Although I'm surprised he's able to afford your service. I think I've already seen that. I know offense, blah blah blah, pay grade, I was surprised too. I guess that makes more sense. Yeah, definitely saw that one already. Surprised to see you conducting the investigation still when lying to leaving things to come in the light. Please, I can barely trace that oath to get me coffee properly. As the last time, I feel much more confident overseeing the investigation myself. But the Christians doesn't seem to be helping her at all. They're just standing guard while she does all the work. Anyway, I'm just gonna move on now. Locker? Right, still there? Alright. So it's 170. Oh, you know, you just, okay, yeah, you can just go straight to the locker. I was thinking, like, is there another room? I'm pretty sure I saw something else. Just one more time. Alright, here we go. You spend some time wandering through the academy when you overhear a conversation from a nearby room. From what I understand, Miss Stillwind has already moved the investigation elsewhere. How long must I wait until I can retrieve my things? Sorry, old timer. Orders are orders. Nothing comes in or out until this case is over and done with. Commander White and the headmaster too. Oh, hello, Mr. Chudbird. Hey, kid. In any case, there are other matters I must attend to. Please inform me when I can reclaim my things. Sure. Leaves. Leaving effect. Sound effects. Yeah, excuse me. Looks like Commander White is standing guard in front of this locker room. It doesn't look like he's conducting any sort of investigation. Is he here on Stillwind's orders? He might be able to tell you who this secret witness is. Anyway, stop the talk. Actually, no, let's see how much I can. Hey, fair enough. The headmaster. What was the headmaster talking to you about? Supposedly, he had some items stored in one of the facility's lockers. The problem is, Stillwind said no one can get in or out of this room. Except for her and you two, apparently. She won't even let the other guards in here. Really? Is that normal? Nope, but things really are when she's calling the shots. Why would she give you the access to the crime scene if she wasn't even laying the nights in? Alright. I don't know what the deal is, but she's been acting strange lately. Is it because of the family? That's probably it. She's been real paranoid, that girl. Frankly, I can't tell what's going on through her head. Oh, but I can, sort of. So much paranoia. You mentioned that the prosecutor had been paranoid lately. Do you think it has something to do with this case? Nah, it's not waiting for that. Lately, she's been using the Inquisitions to investigate a lot of non-magical homicides. What? Wouldn't it be easier to work with the relevant law enforcement for that? I don't know why, but she convinced that these cases have magic involved. When we scanned every one of these crime scenes, nothing turned up. I got to say though, if it weren't for the scans, I might actually agree with her. Why do you say that? Those homicides? I've never seen anything like them. They're probably some of the most screwed up cases I've ever handled. From one of those cases, we had ourselves a disgruntled spouse. She found out that her man was going around with a barkeep. And you know what the spouse does? She stalks the poor woman. She starts leaving threatening notes all around where she worked. The barkeep told the city keep all about what was happening. But no matter how much they stalked the tavern, they could never catch the perp. Then one day, the barkeep arrived home. Little did she know, the spouse was waiting there for her. The poor lady never had a chance. Then to tie things together, the spouse waited for her husband to get home. She cooked him a nice, big roast using the barkeep's remains. Cannibalism? Whoa! Wow, that story's pretty. I know. So I think someone developed a new type of magic that can control people's mind. Oh! And those homicides with some kind of sick test run. Magic that can control people's mind? But wouldn't magic blight make more sense? Mage blight? When a mage uses that magic, it can have pretty bad consequences to that mind. They temporarily lose grip of reality and begin saying things that aren't there. When a mage is like that, it almost never ends well. They enter a frenzy and begin firing spells which only makes it worse. I see my fair share of mage blight cases, and this isn't like that. Not all of the perps were mages. The one that were didn't even use their magic. One thing was that each of the perps almost seemed to wake up after we arrested them. All of them said things like, "It wasn't me," or "I didn't have a choice." They didn't have a choice? What could that mean? I doubt it means anything. Sometimes people can't face the things they've done. Oh shit. It's easier to say that you have no control of it than to take responsibility. Oh shit. What's gonna happen if people find out about his ability, Tyrion? Your ability, Tyrion? You wonder if you could mislead the commander to reveal who the secret witness is. During the trial, Stillwind mentioned there was someone other than Jen huge saw Bellwether walking around. Have you seen them walk around lately? We wanted to speak with them. Ha! Nice try, kid. Ah, damn it. Well, it was worth a shot. Honestly, I couldn't tell if I wanted to. I don't think anyone other than Stillwind knows who this witness is. I sure as hell don't. What? She's even hiding it from the Inquisition's commander? To be fair, it's quite incompetent. Why is she being so secretive? Looks like the commander doesn't know who this secret witness is either. This isn't getting us anywhere. Stillwind behavior is strange though. Perhaps you could try analyzing their behavior. Well, we're gonna go into an argument. We're gonna argue with a paranoid person who's believed that someone can read minds and make them do things. Right, Tyrion? You're totally not a suspicious person. Obviously, it's not like one of these people doing these crimes, but you know, if it does get revealed, something's gonna happen to him, most likely. Good night. Have a good sleep. Next stream will definitely be Raincoat. Probably won't be until next week though. Just letting you know beforehand. But yeah, next stream, Raincoat. That's a promise. And after that will be a game dev stream because you know I had to work on a game, on like a bloody paranormal game. Anyways, if you do that, you might be able to find a way to convince her to help you. Have a good night. Oh. Okay, Stillwind's behavior has been strange this time around. She hiding. Honestly, I think this case would have been much better than the third case, sort of. Because we only seen her like one time. She's hiding elements of the case even from the commander. Anyone can tell that she doesn't have much faith in him. Right, stay right here. Oh, you're the gumshoe of the series. Of this game. I love it. But this is the first time I've seen her hide key details of a case from him. There has to be a reason why she's being so secretive. Her action must be driven by paranoia. She's been holding information about the case. There's only one reason why she wouldn't utilize the Inquisitions like she usually does. It's because she doesn't trust them. I hate to say it, but that doesn't really surprise me. She's always been standoffish with us, but there's one exception. That individual who she trusted more than the Inquisitions during this case. Yeah. Wallace. The headmaster. She let us investigate the crimes without any restrictions. Yeah, I never really thought about that. She trusts us that much? I don't think personal trust is the reason. We don't usually interact with her, and she worked with the Inquisitors on plenty of cases that we weren't even involved in. Nobility? Oh wait. Stillwind doesn't know much about us, but she does know that we aren't prone to nobles' corruption. Ah, right, you indicated a noble during the last case. Meanwhile, the Inquisition usually bends to the nobility's whims. Well, I can't argue with you there. What can you infer about the secret witness? Usually by inside I could tell she was worried about the witness's family. And if she's worried about corruption from the nobility, that can only mean one thing. The witness is a noble. This person has to belong to a noble family. That's not why she's so worried of interference. But we're obviously not going to do anything corrupt. Why is she hiding the witness's identity from us? You recall seeing a thought through the eye. Her family is dangerous. I think she's worried about her safety. Yeah, I guess harassing a noble could put you in danger. But I'm the Urgich of the infamous Ruby Tamora. Yeah, it's not as if we weren't already on the nobility's bad side. I'm sure the Pierce family has it out for us. This can only mean that the family we're dealing with is more powerful than House Pierce. If the prosecutors is worried of them, they could even be as powerful as the Steel Winds. Wait, don't tell me you think we're dealing with one of the 4 pillars? 4 pillars? It's the name of the people use for the top 4 noble houses. These families stand at the top of the kingdom's whatever. If I recall correctly, the 4 pillars are House Fregra, House Von Sanctrums, House Sibyllum, and House Steelwind. Steelwind is a part of them? Yeah, which makes it so much weirder that she's serving as a prosecutor. Alright. What is it? Steelwind's weird behavior also went after she investigated this room. She went to the scratch sheet, she left to follow her lead, but an hour later she came back to the lecture hall, booting everyone out. Her behavior changed after investigating this room. That means she found something here. And that means something must point to a family from the 4 pillars. The commander looks a bit anxious. You know, Stillwind always said I can't snoop around here. But you two, on the other hand, don't worry, just leave it to us. I have some school records that says which locker belongs to which student. You can use it to tell whose locker you're looking at. Nope. You always know how to piss off the right people, kid. We're still trying to clean up the mess you made with the house, Pierce. I won't let anyone stop me from getting justice for Wallace. It doesn't matter if they're a man, king, or god. Damn, that's pretty extreme. Sorry, I've been saying that since I was a child. I suppose that to become a habit. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, I think it's time to investigate. Oh, there's an arcane constructor in the back here. Probably here to aid the students. Anyways, I don't think it's relevant to our investigation. Perhaps you should make a small note of it anyways. Wallace's locker, a bottle of fragmented liquid, which looks like makeup kits. That seems strange, but it's not your place to judge. Anyway, you should try looking through the other lockers. Use the legend that the commander gave you. Look carefully at the list and find some notable student names. Inside, you find a stack of worn-out textbook and notebooks. Wait a minute. These notebooks all have Wallace's name on them. You open the notebook and look through its pages. It appears to be research on the... What? Oh! These are Wallace's notebook. But why are they Merrim's Fergus locker? Did Merrim steal his things? What's going on here? You and Celeste check the lockers more thoroughly. Wait a minute. Tyrion, take a look at this! That's... blood! Alright. Jaden Von Sanctions. Hey Jaden, if you're watching this, look, your name is there. Whoa! Parkour Civilization. You open Jaden's Von Sanctions locker. Inside, you find several bottles of some kind of transparent lotion. There's nothing but lotion in here. Oh, I wonder why a student would need this much lotion. Take one of the bottles to inspect it more closely. Wait, Tyrion, don't touch those with your hands. Some kind of sanitizing liquid. It's a little strange, but it doesn't seem to be related to the case. Some textbooks and some neatly stacked deck of tarot cards. Oh, it's like those cards that fortune teller uses. I wonder if this student studies the divination magic. But anyways, I don't think this is related to the case. We found a few things. I can't really make sense of any of it. We should look at this from the persecutor's perspective. Still, we found something in one of the lockers. Is it Lauren? Oh wait, no, it's the other one. No matter how we look at it, we found some insanely suspicious things in Fergus' locker. We had Wallace's notebook and even some blood. But that blood is certainly strange. It implies that something bloody was stored there. Do you think someone stole it? No, actually, I think it was still Wynn who took it. Oh, right. Mom mentioned that she investigated this room. She must have taken the bloody item as evidence. But with that said, there's something else that's strange about Miriam's Fergus locker. It had a lot of Wallace's possession. It's possible that she really did steal these items from him, but it's more likely that this locker isn't actually hers. Remember what Wallace has told us before? Sometimes these other students will steal the ID numbers off the locker, then they will switch it with the numbers of another locker. They thought it was funny whenever these students who owns that locker got angry with me. So someone switched the nameplates? This mean, this isn't Miriam's Fergus locker, it's Wallace's. But that would mean that the bloody object came from Wallace's locker. It appears so. But if that's true, why didn't you still present the bloody item during the trial? I proved that Bellwethers was wounded before Valerie healed her. Wouldn't that be the perfect time to present what she found? It was a bloody item found in the defendant's locker after all. She could have easily proved that the name plate was switched too. Right, that is weird. There's something more to this that you aren't saying, but what? I think we'll just have to ask Dylan ourselves. Oh, you're back? We uncovered a few things during our investigation. Miss Dillwyn, are you acquainted with a student named Miriam Fergus? I underestimated him. I said it before, Mr. Cuthbert. I won't fall for such an obvious bluff. It's not a bluff, Miss Dillwyn. I'll prove it using the evidence we've gathered. Argument! Let's do this. You've been behaving strangely, Stillwit. Even the Knights of the Inquisition have noticed. Please, just tell me, why are you being so paranoid? I'm not sure what you're trying to imply, Mr. Cuthbert. I approach this case objectively, just like I have with every other case. You ordered the Knight to stay away from the crime scene. And you even take it upon yourself to conduct the investigation yourself. That is not abnormal behavior for a prosecutor. I took this action because the Inquisition is incompetent. How could I possibly trust them with anything? The Knights are incompetent, but even you can see the veil of degradation. During Celeste's case, you still degraded tasks to the Inquisition. You could have easily investigated the McCoy Tavern yourself. This academy is huge. You wouldn't conduct your investigation this way unless you had a good reason. And why don't you enlighten me? Why would I act in such a way? What would cause me to behave so strangely? You know that the Inquisition is corrupt and will bend to the nobility. So what would happen if a powerful noble were publicly involved in this case? With that noble's influence, they'll probably order the Inquisition to conceal their involvement. A high-profile noble is involved in this case, and I believe that noble is Miriam Fergus. Again with this, do you think you can bluff me by throwing out the name of a random nobles? Not every noble is a malevolent criminal like Gary Pierce. I said it before, but I'll say it again. Nothing about this case has anything to do with House Fergus. How do you explain this, Stillwyn? The commander told us you were following a lead in the lockers room yesterday. We investigated the lockers of the students from the 4 Pillar families, and we found stains of blood in a locker with Miriam Fergus' ID number, which was presumably left by a bloody object. The bloody object was taken by someone, and we heard that you were being extremely paranoid after you found something in the locker room. If I had to guess, I would say you'd You took the bloody object as evidence. And what evidence have to suppose these outrageous claims? What? The only thing you have is evidence of a blood stain. There is a measure of explanation for that. Everything else you mentioned is pure speculation. You could have found any number of things in that room, possibly nothing at all. Found an object in the locker with Miriam Figure's name tag on it. If you don't present what you found to the court, I'll have no choice but to pull the owner of that locker into the stand. That's ridiculous. We both know that the locker in question belongs to Wallace Nightgrave. Can you unequivocally prove that, Miss Stillwind? Because the way I see it, there's a lot of room for doubt there. Enough doubt for me to pull Miss Fergus onto the fitness stand. If I had more context, maybe I wouldn't have to resort to that. Well played, Mr. Cuthbert. I suppose I don't have a choice, do I? The truth. Just so we're clear, I wasn't acting to protect the nobility. But I'll admit, that Miriam Fergus was the other witness that saw Bellwether that day. I see, I had some suspicions, but there's also another matter. When I investigated the body, I found this. What the? Looks like Mary's been cheating at school. But why would Bellwether have something like this? In the way of it's arranged, I think it must have been might have been blackmail. Mary's Fergus is considered a prodigy in the practice of conjuration magic. She won a litany of awards, and she will most definitely graduate with honors. If these files were to reach the public, it would absolutely ruin her reputation. Do you think that the professor was trying to threaten her? It appears so. When I discovered this, several elements of the case were still unknown. I started to look through her belongings. I mistakenly looked through the locker's return ID. I found that in that locker. It's very likely that this is the murder weapon. This rapier is a family heirloom for House Fegra, and a few weeks ago, Mary reported that the rapier was stolen from her room. Then it was found in Knowles' locker. Not that I'm claiming, but why didn't you present this in court? To be honest, I like to avoid involving House Fegra by any means necessary. I knew it, you're just protecting her, aren't you? Miss McCoy, do you recall how Wyvern's justice system worked? To acquit a defendant, you'll need conclusively prove that they didn't commit the crime. To do that, they either need a solid alibi, or we need to prove that someone else committed the crime. And what do you suppose will happen if you bring Miriam Fergus onto the stand? House Fergus won't allow one of its members to be indicated in a court of law. They will plant and forge evidence to implicate an offended. They'll use the encryption to do so. So that's why I've been keeping away from the investigation. Can't you do anything? The Stewards are powerful too, aren't they? I don't have the support of my fat house. Right now, I'm just a prosecutor, nothing more. Still win. You know that this isn't fair for us. Just do nothing, and let us in. Celeste! Wait, if we can't go after Miriam, then you can at least help us save Wallace. I'm not going to do that. Why? What if Miriam Fear is the real killer? Pistol is the murder weapon, and Bellwether was trying to blackmail her. I seem to recall another case where an innocent person's sword was used to frame her. That's... As a prosecutor, it's not my place to decide who's guilty and who's not. I won't engage in corruption, even if it's to counter corruption from another noble house. I'm sorry. Do you know where Miriam is right now? Did you hear what I just said? You can't let her think there's even the slightest possibility you're in the cover. She'll bring the entire worth of House Fergus down on you. Regardless, I can't do anything for the world unless I know everything that happened. Fergus has the last piece I need to put everything together. Well, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I? Her dormant is room 107. I imagine that she'll be there considering that classes are suspended. Thank you, Stillman. If I don't tell you, I'm sure you'll probably just find out that using some other means. But please, Mr. Chudrudge, be careful. Is this gonna be a goth girl? I'm not gonna read all this. Excuse me, how dare you barge into my room? These insects have no respect. Sorry, I meant to knock, but... Construct, remove these podiums from my room. Acknowledge. Oh. Construct, sit down, stand down, acknowledge. I'm terribly sorry for that. I wasn't aware that this was his servant. I haven't noticed you around campus. Are you a new student? She has a personal attendant. She must be important. What? You see another opportunity. Yes, my master just enrolled here recently. What? Slash gives you a puzzled look. You make a silent gesture back. After a moment, she seems to realize what you're doing. Yes, I just started here. I take your Miriam Fergus? Yes, I'm honored that you recognize me. Totally the killer. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss... I'm Celeste, Miss... Catches it up, pulls from awkward. I'm Celeste Steelway. Can't believe her. There's no way she's gonna believe. Still win? It's a pleasure to meet another member of such an esteemed family. She must be from a branch family. Maybe I can use her. Wait, she's actually buying this? I just moved in and I thought I should introduce myself. And Celeste. So yes, you're a top student in the fields of conjuration. Yes. Well, there's no backing out now. Actually, I think I'm gonna save here. And I'll be streaming next time. It was fun. Next time I won't be spending the first 15 minutes of the stream with a thumbnail on. So instead, here's the last few minutes with just the title screen. Just none of the stuff from before. Goodbye.